I'm so happy to be in your face again after a long while. It's been a marathon running about to get things up and running in this space. I opened a diagnostic center and it's been tough installing operations and systemizing my processes. So it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. So yes, I came to share something very interesting with you. I'll be going to talk to a group of women today, and I want to share something very interesting on diabetes and why you should try your best to prevent diabetes. Don't wait before diabetes comes knocking at your door before you do something about it. Early intervention is always better in medicine. Early intervention gives better outcome. You don't wait till diabetes come knocking before you do something about your metabolic health. Of course, that all I share on this channel is how you can optimize your metabolism and hormones to enjoy optimal health, and that is my core specialty. I am a medical laboratory scientist specialized in clinical chemistry and furthering my studies in hormone study. That's endocrinology study of hormone. I'm just trying to say it the way anyone can understand, the way a layman can understand, people without a medical background can understand. So I came to share some complications of diabetes that should keep you on your toes to ensure you prevent diabetes at all costs. Something happened recently. Somebody I know had a medical emergency. This person's fasting blood sugar level, not fasting at the point of time it was tested, was 2000. That's alarming. I've never seen such. This is my 13th year in medical practice. I've never seen anybody with 2000 milligram per day of random blood sugar test. And they ran the test on her when she started exhibiting very when she entered diabetic shock. That's just the long and short form of everything. They ran the test on her when she entered diabetic shock, diabetic coma. People took her to the hospital and doctor prescribed fasting blood sugar test, and it was ran, and lo and behold, she has blood sugar level of 2000. And at the point she got to the hospital, she has already become irrational. People underrate blood sugar. High blood sugar is not your mate. High blood sugar can disorganize, it can disorient every single cell in your body, because glucose is the best energy source, is the best, just like some of you have a favorite. Your cells prefer eating glucose. Let me put it that way. Your cells prefer eating glucose to eating fat. Your cells prefer getting the energy source from glucose, getting the fuel from glucose, and getting it from any other place. Okay? And because of this, every single cell in your body gets affected when your blood sugar level is high. And high blood sugar level causes inflammation, it severes your nerves, it severes your vessels. That is why a person with high blood sugar level is vulnerable to heart disease, is vulnerable to stroke, because this inflammation could cause blood clots. And once this clot dislodges and enters the brain, you're going to have stroke. If it dislodges and enters the heart vessels, you are going to have a heart attack. So that is why it's very important that you stabilize your blood sugar. Glucose control is very, very important, especially for people who have come of age. Yes, I know that recently even kids are coming down with diabetes, and it's so unfortunate that even little children are coming down with diabetes because of how we've altered a lot of things, from the way we farm to what we eat and to our lifestyle, day-to-day activities. These are the things that made these things very prevalent. That made diabetes, pre-diabetes, insulin resistance highly prevalent. Like right now, 1 in 3 persons are said to have insulin resistance. In Nigeria, in my climate, no, there is no data on insulin resistance. Even insulin resistance is still a new topic here, because when you introduce it, some people are like, what do you mean? I don't know about that. But when you talk about diabetes, everybody knows about diabetes. Everybody knows about some of the complications that comes with diabetes. No, people don't, even with all the information out there, people still don't take their health seriously. Because if this very person I talked about had taken her health seriously, she wouldn't have allowed this thing to shoot up to 2,000. 2,000! Ah! That's so high! That is so high! 2,000 milligrams per day. Eh? When the normal thing should do be more than 200, and you're having 2,000. That's so high. Fasting blood sugar is the main parameter for checking glucose level, for checking how your blood glucose is. And if you have not done that test, if you have not done that test and you are living in Onitsha, Nigeria, come to St. Ethel Medical Diagnostics and run the test. It is not expensive. We have 2 different tests we do to check for fasting glucose. There is the prick test, which I don't really rely on because it's not 100% accurate. There is the prick test, which also costs more than 500, and there is the standard test, which does not cost more than 2,500. These things are not expensive. Oh, this person have spent all her savings in her quest to save her life. She has saved all her savings. She's been a busy businesswoman, running helter skelter, trying to make ends meet. Now she has ended up spending all her savings trying to save her dear life. You don't want that for yourself. You don't want that for yourself. You want to take proactive steps, proactive measures that will help you prevent chronic diseases. And yes, I know that I run a program. Of course, people that have been following me for quite some time know that I run a program that helps one to reverse pre-diabetes and diabetes. But prevention in medicine, prevention is better than cure. It's better to prevent a problem than to try remedy the problem, than to try to look for ways to remedy it. It is better to prevent these things than looking for ways you can remedy them. It is very, very better. It's much better to prevent them from happening in the first place than looking for ways to prevent them, than looking for ways to prevent them. Okay, so like I said initially when I started this live video, high blood sugar damages both your nerves and your vessels. You don't want your sugar level to be high for so long. That is why it's very important from time to time go and check your blood sugar level. That's the basic test you should do on a monthly basis if possible, or once in 3 months, because every 3 months your red blood cells die and new ones come up. So make sure you check your blood sugar level at least once in 3 months. Okay? And there are other things to do to make sure that you are okay, aside fasting blood sugar test, you can also check your lipid profile. You can also check how your other organs are doing, how your liver is performing, how your kidney is doing, how your heart is faring, how your you can check every single organ in your body to know how well they are doing. But fasting blood sugar is a basic test you can do at any not at any time anyway. You can only do it after 8 to 10 hours fasting. Don't allow 8 to 10 hours to exceed before you go for such tests. Alright? Okay, now there are things I'm not here to rant. I'm not here to rant. I actually came here to give you information that will help you. I'm not here to rant. Early signs of diabetes, some of you already know, but I'm going to mention it for those who don't know the early signs of diabetes. First is frequent urination. The second is thirst, always feeling thirsty. The third is hunger, you're always hungry. That's basically it for signs of diabetes. Now, there are complications of diabetes you want to avoid, and that is the main core, the core of this video. That's the core purpose why I actually came on this live video. Complications of diabetes that you want to avoid by all means and ensure your sugar is the way it should be. One is cancer. Yes, diabetes causes inflammation. And this inflammation is as a result of oxidative stress. And oxidative stress can as well cause cancer, especially cancer of the thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland can become cancerous because of consistent high blood sugar level. The next, I think I've already mentioned it, is heart attack and stroke. If this inflammation results in formation of blood clots, this clot could dislodge and land anywhere, causing issue. Alright? And this high blood sugar level can also change the morphology of your vessels and cause a narrowing of your blood vessels. When your blood vessels get narrowed, it can cause arteriosclerosis, which are also causative factors of both stroke and heart attack. It can as well damage your nerves. It prevents, it alters the vessels supplying your nerves with oxygen, with nutrients, and this will prevent your nerves from functioning well, and it can even cause some of your nerves to die. So you want to prevent high blood sugar at all costs. Now there are tests that will help you do this. I've already mentioned fasting plasma glucose or fasting blood glucose. That's the number one test. That's the most common test everybody knows about. Now the second test is glycated hemoglobin. This can be done at any time, though it is not specific, but is of great clinical importance. It can help to pick if you have diabetes or other disorders that hikes your sugar level. This can be done at any time. You don't need to fast to do glycated hemoglobin. You don't need to fast to check your glycated hemoglobin. So if you're someone that forgets a lot, immediately after watching this video, please step into the closest lab and check your glycated hemoglobin. It is not the cost is not worth your life. Like I always tell people, the cost of taking care of life is not more than life itself. Life is more important than the cost of taking care of it. So invest in your health. Invest in your well-being. Health is wealth. It's a cliche, but it is true. It's become a cliche, but it's very, very true. Health is wealth. Prioritize your health. Your health first before any other thing. This lady I mentioned in my story prioritized her business first. And now She has paused that business for so long a time in her quest to make sure that her life is intact. Don't put your life at stake because you are pursuing shadows. Yes, acquiring wealth is important. I'm here because I want to acquire wealth. Acquiring wealth is important, but your health should not suffer in the process. Learn to strike a balance. Your health shouldn't suffer because you are trying to amass wealth. Prioritize your health. And the funny thing is that when you are healthy, you are more productive. When you take your head first, you produce more than you could when you are just running helter skelter without taking care of your health. The second test, I'm on to the third one. The third test you can do is a test known as fasting insulin. This test for men can do it at any time. For women, theirs is different, and I make sure that women who enroll for my program, Ignite Insulin, does this at the right time and gets the right results that will tell them their chances of developing diabetes, pre-diabetes in 10 to 15 years to come, in 10 years or 15 years time. And if you know today that your chances of developing diabetes 10 years or 15 years from now, wouldn't you address something? Wouldn't you modify your lifestyle? Wouldn't you start now to take your life more seriously? So I ensure that women who enroll in my program, Ignite Insulin program, does the right thing and gets the right results. Right? Okay, so that's that for the test. Now there are things you can actually do to avoid this. I've been ranting. I have not been oh, what do you think I've been doing? Ranting, talking, inspiring you to do what is best for you. Okay, there are 4 ways you can actually help stabilize your blood sugar. And the first is avoid processed food. That's the first. Hold on, I'm coming. Yes, is there. I will continue this live video later. Cash you, let me attend to a client. Yeah. Oh, my video is still on. Okay. Some people came. I thought they came to one thing. My receptionist is not on. Okay, so some people came. I thought they came to run test. My receptionist is not on seat. We just opened. I sent my assistant on a training, so he'll probably resume by next month. I sent him on a 2 month training. He started last month, and he will round off this month. All right, so I'm a one-man team running things, attending to people, running tests. It's only for a while. After this month, yeah, after this month, I believe people will know more about us and start tripping in their numbers. We've not done our marketing very well enough. We just started fully yesterday, so people are not yet aware we are here. We mounted our signboard yesterday, and so people are not yet aware we are here. So I was on to ways you can actually stabilize your blood sugar. The first one is to avoid processed food. And I think I explained, okay, it was on Facebook that I actually explained the difference between processed and whole food. Your processed food doesn't have any fiber, so as they're taking it, the sugar in it is going straight into your blood and triggering the production of insulin and all whatnot. But for whole food, your whole food has fiber in it, and this fiber will slow the rate at which sugar enters your blood. It doesn't cause a sugar spike immediately you take it, but processed food causes a spike in sugar level. Okay, the second one is avoid artificial sugar. The same applies to artificial sugar. Artificial sugar does not have any fiber in it. Eat whole food. I already explained why you need to eat whole food. The fourth is allow your carb. If you're going to eat carbohydrate, if you already have diabetes, please follow your food portion the way you've been taught to follow it by your dietitian. If you have not been told how to do it, it's very important that you enroll in my program. I'm going to share how you to do this alongside all the strategies that can help you reverse diabetes in the shortest time. I've seen people reverse diabetes in a month. I've seen people reverse it in 6 weeks. I've seen people reverse it in 2 months. I've seen people that have been on drugs reverse their diabetes in 3 months. People that have been on diabetes drug for 10 good years reverse their diabetes in just 3 months. So if you enroll in the Ignite Insulin program, I'm going to share a lot of strategies that will help you bring down or stabilize your blood sugar. So concerning the last one, I said, if you already have diabetes, ensure you eat your food in the portion you've been taught to eat it. But allow your carb to cool down so you can activate the resistant fiber. For instance, if you can do this in your kitchen. When you boil your potato, just open the potato up and feel the texture of the potato, feel the morphology of the potato, then allow another potato to cool down. Open it and feel it. Or the best way to do this, because comparing the two of them at the same time will make the differences more pronounced. So what you're going to do is that you're going to boil your potato. Allow the potato to cool down. Now after the potato has cooled down, warm up one out of that potato. Warm just one potato. After warming it up, after heating it up, open it up. Open the one that has cooled down up. Feel the hardness, the texture. Check. You will notice that the one that has cooled down will be harder than the one that has not cooled down. Okay? So when you cool your starch down, when you cool your carb down, you activate the resistant fiber. And resistant fiber will reduce the rate at which these carbs release glucose, release sugar into your blood. So ensure you allow your carb to cool down before you start eating. I hope you picked, even if it's just one thing from this video. This is an impromptu video and readiness for the speaking engagement I have today. So I hope you've been able to pick something out from my story, from the tests you need to do, and lastly, the few recommendations I've made that will help you. And from next 2 weeks, that is today is Fifth. So from 19th, from 18th precisely, we're going to start airing our videos on PCOS, and it's going to run for either 5 or 7 days. I've not yet decided. It's going to run for either 5 or 7 days. I had intended to make it a 21-day program, but due to my schedule, it's not going to run for 21 days. Okay, it's going to run for 5 to 7 days. This will be an exposition on PCOS. You know now, I'm a PCOS warrior. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've consulted people with PCOS. Have consulted me for some time, and I know most of the symptoms that comes with PCOS and how any woman living with PCOS can improve her symptoms, her PCOS symptoms, naturally without drugs. Well, there are so many categories, but we'll start first without drugs. And many people have been able to improve their symptoms using my level one strategies. So in the coming 2 weeks, I'm going to start airing the videos of PCOS with the intention of exposing our minds. So you could support women in your circle living with PCOS. It's not easy living with PCOS. I'm a PCOS warrior, and I know what I've been through, and I know what has helped me to stay productive, to enjoy better health. So I know all that has helped me. It's not easy. Those years that I was suffering, it was not easy. It was not an easy experience. It's not something I wish my enemy, if I have any. It's not something I wish my enemy. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to do an exposition of PCOS. I hope you carry along to learn one or two things on PCOS, or to learn how you can support your own living with PCOS, your sister, your wife, your neighbor, your relation living with PCOS. Catch you. Bye. My screen is not responding.